Peace, peace, happy now. Now the vibrate, of course. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now, somewhat of an open vibe, but just sharing the energies of what's been coming to me lately. Like, these little things that Source been tapping on my shoulder, like pointing to like different avenues of this information kind of making itself relevant to me. So, I'm definitely want to speak on it. One of the things being like a solar flare or a solar flash coming, like something dealing with the sun, some type of event or something is going on with the sun, and I'm saying something going on as far as because I'm not familiar with, saying, oh yeah, of course I done heard about like, oh, a solar flare or a sunstorm or, whatever. But I just know that something, is the sun is transforming. And with that being said, keep it in the context that as much as we are affected by the sun and connect with the sun, it's really about our internal sun. As a matter of fact, just like to have a sun externally that we see in the sky, there's a sun within the earth, you know what I'm saying? The internal sun within the earth as well. And we got one inside of us as well. But it's some type of event coming, and I don't know if it has any date or anything. Now, for the record, I hear a lot of people speaking on something happening, within this month of March, you know what I'm saying? But, again, maybe I'm sharing that for a reason, but, I haven't, have my higher self point to a specific date, to me myself. But also connected with that solar flash, I thought about, again, that another aspect of the movie Bird Box. Matter of fact, check out my breakdown of the movie Bird Box that I did. If you type in Universal Frequencies Bird Box, it'll come up. But the movie Bird Box, and spoiler alert, but the with wearing the blindfolds, and the whole thing about wearing the blindfolds, stepping into the unknown. But they have some reverse, like they have some reverse psychology in there, because there is some truth to the fact about spiritual growth. Is like the only way for us to get to the promised land is blindfolded. In other words, trusting the universe, like and not using these two eyes, but using the intuition and that first eye. You know what I'm saying? To be guided to where we gotta go, and connecting with nature. The Bird Box was connected with, the fact that the birds were still like, chirping in areas where the energy wasn't, corrupt, so to speak. But the thing was, though, the thing that actually caused people to start or so it seemed, the thing that was causing people to flip out, and they would either commit suicide or just go crazy and become like some old, like they're possessed by this type of demon or something like that. And that's their reverse psychology of trying to scare people away from, to make people be scared of spiritual awakening and think that something is happening, or to make the masses think that these people, like those of us who are spiritually awakened with strong metaphysical abilities, are like, crazy or something going on with us. But not so much that, but as much as trying to make it seem like the sun is something to be scared of. Now again, as I said earlier, the sun is neither, good nor bad, but it's definitely not something for us to worship. Everything is an extension of us, and the extension of Source. You give thanks for being in connection with everything, but you don't worship. Like I give thanks for being guided by the North Star, but I don't have to worship the North Star. I could give thanks for being connected with Haile Selassie, but I don't have to worship Haile Selassie. But with the sun vibe, again, like a Bird Box, where they would look into the sun and then their eyes would kind of change, and then they would kind of get into that possessed mode. And, seeing that correlation from there. And then recently, I just heard something my brethren brought up, and then I kind of gave it a little research. And I know that, this will vibe for me to speak on if it's coming to me like that. But Bill Gates, and he been doing bullshit. Like Bill Gates been doing vaccines in Africa and shit like that. Like, and here it is where people champion this person, and he's a fucking part of that, killing people and depopulation, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta wake up to this, you know what I'm saying? Of course, it's cool for us to play the chess game of like, because a lot of us are going into the belly of the beast as far as like, you know, being in entertainment and getting jobs or working in certain areas, you know, in Babylon, but we going within there and infiltrating, you know, and bringing forth our own energies in essence. But again, Bill Gates to hitting babies, and that's the thing where they do these things, these insane situations, and call it normal, like, or like they're doing something to help. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not helping me by poisoning me with a vaccine. That's a fact. It's a fact that vaccines have poison in it, but yet because the media has the masses manipulated, everybody's gonna clap it up for Bill Gates and think he did something that's beneficial to people. You know, like, that's how deep the brainwash is, and not so much for everybody. Like, I'm starting to see that, you know, a lot of people are starting to kind of wait, even those who may not even know what the word esoteric or occult is. You know, it's starting to kind of wake up to a little more just commonsensical thing of just, you know, seeing what's going on around them. But yeah, Bill Gates wants to block out the sun rays to defeat the climate change situation, you know, by geoengineering. And you see, they like that word engineering, you know, social engineering. Go check out any of my videos on social engineering as well, you know. But again, the government get all these people, like you got B.F. Skinner. I spoke on that, the one who made the, I don't know, they call it a temperament box, but he basically made the box that they do rat experiments in. He's the guy who invented that. He spoke on how you want to make a slave that don't know they are a slave. Aldous Huxley worked for the Tavistock Institute. Tavistock Institute worked with LSD, MK Ultra. You know, they also had two, you know, working with Harvard University, and also had two, as a matter of fact, Bill Gates is a graduate from Harvard University, and so is, you know, the other brethren who was promoting, Timothy Leary, or whatever his name was. You know, all these, you know, they're all in cahoots, you know, and manipulating the masses. But again, you know, just like social engineering, they call this geoengineering. And see, they're not even trying hard, like, you know, like, because the fact that information is out there on how they try to social engineer people, and that they, you know, and that's what they do, and these terminologies out there, and yet they throw out the same, like, they ain't trying to highlight your geo, and not, instead of social engineering you now, we're gonna geoengineer you too, you know, meaning, and we look at everything from the ancients with the indigenous ways of being. There's nothing, no text that said, hey, like, there's nothing in the Bible that say, and you see, this where things get, like, where people don't even pay attention to the text of what they're reading, you know, like anything in ancient text, and of course, like, the Bible doesn't, you know, it has truths in it, but of course it was manipulated. But just to say, there's nothing in the ancient text that said in order for us to make it through this paradigm shift, we gotta block out the sun with a big ass balloon. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing in our ancient text that says that. And I'm gonna go with my ancient text. I'm gonna go with the text from the people who built the pyramids, the amazing pyramids lined up with Orion's belt. I'm gonna deal with the information that comes from people who were building things and dealing with energies like that, who knew about connecting with the chakras and connecting with our higher self. I'm not gonna deal with people who fake a moon landing, who can't even go into the depths of the ocean, and now as technology is even better, they can't even, you know, they can't even fake going to the moon right now. Like, you know, if it was so easy to go to the moon, and you felt like people were not believing that you did go to the moon, instead of trying to press the information about going to the moon, just take your monkey ass right back up to the moon and show us and be like, hey, y'all, we filming this all the way through. Look at us going to the moon. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. But of course, it's way easier to give excuse. Well, you know, we can't go anymore right now because, you know, this and that and this, you know, because of climate control, or, you know, it's always some little stupid ass excuse. But again, you know, there's nothing in ancient texts that talk about putting no balloon over the sun. And really, it's not they're not blocking the sun with the actual balloon. What they are doing is launching the balloon into the stratosphere. And let me see, because I wrote down what's the name of it. the actual operation or the little experiment is called the stratospheric controlled perturbation experiment. It's going to be $3 million, and basically it's going to have a balloon go into the stratosphere. That's like one of the areas in the atmosphere. Go into the stratosphere and release calcium carbonate, into the sky to block out the sun. And and here it is again, where they talk about all these things about, and this is where things get to the point of, again, going a little bit to the 3D realm of, or not say the 3D realm, but the aspect again where, our body suits, and the aspect of like where it's certain European people, certain European beings that are in cahoots with these lower vibrational energies, that is trying to stop us from ascending. And and by them working with those energies, they are doing things and promoting information that is that is misinformation, and like saying things like, say for instance, drinking milk is good for you, this and that. Nah, speak for yourself. Drinking milk might be good for you because you're not a light being and you don't have no process of ascending, or you're not even trying to ascend and raise light in your body, so therefore being healthy don't apply to you. So of course you're gonna say, oh yeah, well, drink milk with your breakfast, and drink another species milk. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course that person is gonna say that. Of course that person is gonna promote taking prescription pills over healing yourself. Like Dr. Sebi proved that cancer and AIDS could be healed by the right foods and stuff like this, and he went to the Supreme Court and went against them and proved, you know what I'm saying? Like, after a while, like, and you see, like, as I'm doing this video, I want to leave this video to the place where if somebody was on the fence or watching this and feeling like, you're going to leave away from this video knowing that if you think that Bill Gates or something is saving somebody, or you think that, prescription pills are needed and all that, like, you're going to know that you're lying to yourself, you know what I'm saying? But, and again, as I'm sharing this information, this is me sharing this information, not to try to make you, think like me or anything of that nature, but sharing the true facts for you to see what's really going on, But again, not to force you to believe, you don't have to believe anything that I speak on, Again, take what resonate, leave what don't. But, I know I'm speaking from a truthful divine place. Again, they talking about climate, like to protect the climate change, to defeat climate change. But there ain't nothing wrong with the climate change. The only thing the climate change is fucking with is people who not vibrationally ascending. People who are not vibrationally ascending is gonna be going through shit. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's where that aspect of how much melanin or carbon is present within the bodysuit. And again, this is a situation, not saying, oh, I'm better than you or I'm less than you, whether, depending on the percentage of melanin within my being, but it's definitely an aspect, again, where these things is going on with the sun and these solar flares, these solar energies, and again, these people want to block up the sun and spraying all these chemtrails, it's to create conditions that better suit their lower vibrational being, and since those lower vibrational beings are at the moment, for a little while, kind of the forerunners for media, like, they basically put out the media across the world, so around TVs across the world, they're making it seem like, hey, you need the sun to be blocked out for you to survive. And then because a lot of people don't question shit, you're just like, oh, we need to block the sun, y'all, because the TV just told it to us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, again, you gotta go deeper, in this Aquarius age, there's so much information that's right there for us to just check out and research and see what's going on. If you could hurry up and go Google Cardi B and Nicki Minaj beef, and then you could go and Google, Dr. Sebi, or things about staying in alignment and being in the moment, researching certain aspects of history to help you know what's going on in this moment. It's like it's all there, especially whenever you really take the vibe to really be diligent at researching and like really looking for it. But again, they always trying to fuck over nature. Like nature doesn't need anybody, any rocket ships or balloons trying to block out the sun. It never was needed, and it isn't needed right now. Only reason why, again, that it's quote unquote needed is because some people aren't, continuously evolving with, some people not moving with the movement, and with these vibrations rising and these changes that's coming right now, some people, again, it's a paradigm shift. We're moving into a new earth. A matter of fact, I also think about all these movies. I think the Maze, I don't know if it's called Maze Runner, but the movie with they had the torch or the Scorch Trials or the Torch Trials. There's the thing with the people in the maze, but like where they had like there was only a chosen few. And all these different movies got this vibe of like there's a chosen few where like when the apocalypse come, like there's a chosen few that won't be affected by whatever energies is coming through, and that's constantly speaking to, those of us who are, those angelic beings, those energies of, the return of the Nephilim, what I'm saying? Like those energies are not going to be affected by this change because, that's a change that's meant, this is something that's a natural process of our being, while somebody trying to use an unnatural situation, to try to block it and stop it from happening, But again, it's not a situation about separation. It is like it gets to a point where I'm not loving myself and I'm not being, intelligent. I'm not loving myself and not being intelligent if I don't keep it real and say, hey, there's certain faction of Europeans is pushing certain agendas to try to, to harm the ascension process. And as I'm speaking on this, again, this is just to inform for awareness. This is not for you to fearmonger yourself about it. You know what I'm saying? Be aware of it and know to raise awareness of it, speaking on it, let people know of of the type of bullshit, that that they're trying to pull, because again, that's where the awareness is important, because if you don't know about these certain things going on and have a certain awareness, then they're able to pull the quick ones of doing shit without nobody knowing, compared to when everybody know and the masses raising hell about it, they're like, oh shit, we can't do this. But that's why they're presenting it right now, kind of sort of to see how outraged everybody gonna get. And if everybody is on that old transhumanism brainwash vibe of like, oh yeah, balloons blocking the sun. Oh yeah, robots, robots ruling the world. Oh yeah, brainwashing people into accepting robots over nature, over your true being. And again, that comes with that separation where, again, whether you say it's carbon, melanin, whatever the situation, but it stems from the fact that some people connect with high vibrational energies much more easier than others. It's a fact. And those on this plane of existence right now who find it difficult to connect on metaphysical levels, meaning they don't have this extrasensory perception at such a strong level. That's why they're so into the material realm and they worship money, because fuck, if I can't connect to spirit, then fuck, all there is to do is worship the material realm and build a type of realm that's based off of material, so I could basically build my paradise. Because that would be a paradise for somebody who cannot connect to spirit. It's playing with all these little robots and shit, compared to sitting down and vision, going through different dimensions and channeling different beings and seeing things with your third eye. That's amazing. That's amazing to have superpowers. But some beings don't, and misery loves company, so they're creating conditions for you to be miserable like them. Point blank period. But again, no ancient information speaking on have us having to block out the sun. Of course, there is information letting us know not to, like as much as they had information on worshiping the sun, that was a different dynasty. Like you had the first dynasty that was dealing with Sut-Typhon and the primordial mother, and Kemet, and then you come the new dynasty where they raised up Osiris and Ra, and the sun worship, basically like in essence worshiping the Lucifer aspect, the physical, because what we seeing in this physical realm, is nothing but light, particles of light, But at the end of the day, we are beings of, as much as we say light, beings, we are beings of no thing, what I'm saying? We are the triple darkness, we are that primordial energy, Right now things are changing, and as above, so below, like on a level where, again, this is not a situation about, like race, as much as it's just energies playing themselves. Like we are vibrational, conscious energy playing itself out on a physical 3D level in little physical body suits, you know what I'm saying? So as much as I am in this bodysuit, and I am, again, like mind, body, and soul, all are balanced. And from the crown chakra to the root chakra is, being present in your body, you know what I'm saying? Because now it's the vibrating. Right now I'm in a bodysuit, but again, where was I? I was gonna say, again, we are energies, playing this situation out. And that's what I was gonna say, as above, so below. How, people could just, like if a person's trying to study what's going on in the cosmos, they could just look at the beings who are awakening right now, like beings who have like this, giving off these strong energies of light that's awakening. If I'm trying to study what's going on with the universe, as above, so below, I could just go around. Like that's why, like, in LA, and matter of fact, I'm gonna put this on blast. Like when you're dealing with certain people out here, I find myself where, people dealing with me in a certain aspect where you could feel that they're just dealing with me to kind of probe me for questions, like to probe me to see what I know and how much I'm growing, and what I know about myself, you know what I'm saying? To see what's going on in the cosmos, to see what's going on with this paradigm shift. I'm gonna go look at a being who's connected to this paradigm shift and study and see what's going on in his realm of reality. That's gonna give me a knowledgeable aspect of what's going on, within this paradigm shift in general for the most part, So, there's that aspect like that as well, just all these different vibes. But again, we good. We not worrying about none of this. We being aware of what's going on in our surroundings, of course, you know what I'm saying? Like, before I just jump into the river and swim across it, I would like to know, what a crocodile nest is, I'm not gonna be scared and fear-monger myself, but I just would like to have that awareness to know that, all right, I shouldn't swim in this area, it's just better to swim in this area, or it's better to do this, in this type of manner, but not being fearful, because as we get in alignment, as we raise our vibrations and get in alignment with our higher self and get in alignment with our inner source, our actions are going to be lined up with source and what source wants to happen right now. So as long as we are lining up with our inner source and our inner higher self, our inner higher vibrations, again, our actions is going to be lined up with that energy. That's why we are protected. The reason why we are protected, because we're lined up with an energy that is meant to be coming through right now. So the reason why source won't allow for nobody to just kind of fuck with us like that unless we allow that fear in, is because, we dealing with this energy, like we're in alignment with what source wants right now, as far as like the and I'm saying source, I caught myself. The energy, like the full body of consciousness of our being, wants to see a certain change, And a certain change, when I say wants to, it, you know, like again, that's us all collectively, consciously in agreement, you know, on this situation, you know, on a big scale of things. But, you know, that's basically it. Just don't fear monger yourself. At the same time, stay aware. You know, remember, we different strokes for different folks. You know, some of us are here to speak more on astrology. Some of us are here to speak more on crystals. Some of us are here to be more like the news and speak on politics and things of this nature. Some of us are meant to mostly do hands-on healing. Some of us are meant to cook foods that's for healing. Some of us are meant to be comedians to heal people through laughter. You know, like we all have different, you know, unique vibrations and different unique situations to take care of. You know, be yourself. You know what I'm saying? But again, peace. Happy now. Now is a vibrate, of course. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right.